Hey folks, it's Robin Clayton with another episode of Zodiacy at the Farm. It's so wonderful to be back with you here today. Today is Wednesday, May the 13th, and I'm going to be working on another flower that is absolutely quite substantial. So let me pick it up here. Okay, so this is a three-piece ensemble. I've got a glass sunflower here, along with a vintage speckled glass, a vintage ashtray, along with this beautiful orb that actually matches the back color of this the sunflower. So then let me turn it around. I've got a beautiful hook there. It's going to support this, but this is actually quite a heavy piece, and it was actually quite wonderful to assemble. So I hope you'll stay with me, because I'm going to give you the tips from A to Z on how to make this beautiful sunflower. Okay? Hey folks, okay, we are going to cut this vintage ashtray that I found at the Salvation Army, and I have marked the center, and I'm going to proceed to put this down on my support just like that. Okay, then I'm going to move that forward, okay, just like that. Get some water here, put that right there in the center. That will help the bit get through the glass. That should be right about. All right, let's see how this does. So thick this glass. That looks really good. And pull it away. Okay. See if you can, there's the hole all the way through, no cracks. Everything looks great. Hey folks, okay, let's go through a list of items that you're going to need to complete this project. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the camera down so you can see what I've got here. Okay. All right, so the first thing that you're going to need to have is your dishes cleaned and ready to go. I've got a measuring tape. I've got a hook. Need some washers. You're going to need your toggle bolt and your toggle. You're also going to need a hook for this particular project. And you're also going to need some water, a glass drill bit, safety goggles, safety gloves, and I think that's pretty much everything. If there's anything I've forgotten, it will be listed in the description box below. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn this over, the first piece, because I always start with the first piece. I'm going to turn this over, okay, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and use a white hook for this one. And the reason why I'm using the white hook for this particular piece is because it's extremely heavy, okay? So it needs a good amount of support when it's this heavy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get that started there. I'm going to take my bolt for the toggle, and I'm going to stick that like that. It's all the way through. And then I'm going to put my washer there, and I'm going to stick it straight through the hole, just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to carefully turn this over, and I'm going to grab my gorgeous ashtray, vintage, and I'm going to go ahead and put another washer right there in the center. And then I'm going to take my piece and stick that right there in the center, just like that. Okay. And then my vintage ashtray, and it's really beautiful. It's actually a crackled vintage ashtray, so I really do love it. All right, then I'm going to just set that there carefully. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my toggle started. Alright, so as you can see, the orb has taken the toggle, so I'm going to carefully turn this over on its side. And I'm going to take my Phillips head and I'm going to begin to tighten. I actually have this sitting on the ball, on the orb, gently, so that I can get a even spread of the toggle onto the orb. All right, so 3 pieces here. I've got this beautiful sunflower supporting piece, and then I have this vintage ashtray along with this golden blue glass orb, and then I'm going to turn it over, and I've got my hook there to support this from an exterior standpoint, and I think this is absolutely magnificent. Okay, let me show you what this looks like on my large stand there, and it sits beautifully on the stand. Okay, it's just magnificent. It's a very heavy piece, so I'm not going to spend too much time holding this up just because it is real heavy. But here it is again, all right, off of the stand, and I will show you how it looks on the exterior stand here in just a few minutes. Okay, folks, here it is on the stand. And isn't that piece absolutely amazing? Oh my goodness, I love it so much with the vintage ashtray. I mean, it's just got a lot of texture to it. It's a speckled glass along with the crackled glass of this vintage ashtray, and then this beautiful orb that matches the outside of the sunflower, as well as the blue here matches the orb, as I said, and it's just magnificent. It's really, really heavy, but it's just so unique because it is made of a vintage ashtray, with a vintage ashtray. All right, folks, here's the final viewing of this beautiful sunflower with the vintage ashtray, as well as this beautiful blue and gold orb. It is 3 pieces along with the hook in the back. It is quite a substantial piece, and I think it's absolutely amazing. So I hope you love it, because I really love it. So anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this episode here at Zodicee at the Farm. And if you have, please hit the like button, the share button, and the subscribe button so that I know you guys are enjoying the content. If you have any questions, you can email me at zodiceeatthefarm@gmail.com. If you wish to purchase these items, you can find them on my website at zodiceeatthefarm.com, as well as etsy.com under Robin Clayton Zodicee Class Shop. And I will put all this information in the description box below so that you do have it. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you next week here at Zodicee at the Farm. Thank you so much. Many blessings sent your way. Bye-bye.